Elaine, people come from all over the country and all over the world to the Elaine Sterling Institute. Curious to know what made you personally choose aesthetics as a career.
Like most young people, Nadia, they don't know what they're going to do with their life. I was no exception to that. I knew that I loved the theatre and that I wanted to be involved in the arts. But I thought, well, if I don't have a career doing that, what is my backup plan? And I thought, well, I love makeup, and theatrical makeup would be a fabulous choice for me if I didn't become the next movie star. And so having started my aesthetic career, I realized how much I enjoyed it, how good I was at it. So that is why I chose aesthetics, and the career evolved from that one little inkling of, hey, I would love to do theatrical makeup. It's extraordinary because you get to connect with people on a daily basis. I'm a socializer, I'm a sociable person. I love to be with people. So I get to touch people. It's also rewarding because I get to touch people's lives with my hands and with my heart. I get to grow up with my clients. I get to see my clients have children. I get to see them evolve and grow and be connected. That's why I think it's so special. It's not behind the desk job. It's very creative. It's very animative. It's very innovative, and you're always on the cutting edge of the latest things in skincare as well. And so I always love the idea of beauty, of how one looks glamorous and beautiful at any age. So that taps into my passion. I had many challenges in my life, as most women do. As a child, I struggled with health issues as far as spinal meningitis and Bell's palsy. As an adult, I struggled with cancer. And then, of course, having what I call the country and western song, you know, when I had my two marriages and being a single mom. What could I do to empower myself and provide for my children is what I really needed to do. And I had an aesthetic certificate in my box. I called my toolbox, and I could take that out and I could provide for my children. And then I realized that I was not only good at aesthetic, but I was good at educating. That I worked for a spa that made me the director of education and training and developing skincare line. And then I realized at that spa that I needed to affect the esthetician or the technician at the beginning. Having them at the postgraduate level, I couldn't really affect their skill level. And I wanted the estheticians in Georgia and America to have the same access to that European education that I got in South Africa. And I thought the best way for me to do that is to start my school. So I started my school with a credit card, a hope, and a prayer, like most female businesses. And I started doing postgraduate education. And then when the economy was bad in 2008, I realized that I needed to add undergraduate and complete what I needed to complete, offering the international certifications. But starting the school wasn't easy. Starting with 6 students and not having any clients, and bringing the laundry home every night and watching the washing machine go round and round and round, and folding the laundry till 2 in the morning, thinking, my goodness, I could be in the aesthetic room making 6 figures.
But of course now you have how many students?
Now we have 100 students.
And you mentioned this European certification. Why is that different? Why is your school different in terms of the European certification versus other aesthetic schools?
Because in America, license is king. And license, an aesthetic license means that you're basically making sure that the client is safe, that you're in a safe environment for the client. It's not really skills driven. It is basic skills. So I knew that there is a global standard of aesthetics that was founded in 1945 by the top certifications in the world, like Sedesco from Switzerland and ITEC from England. And I knew that having worked with so many of these estheticians, that the skill level needed to increase in America. Aesthetics was relatively new to America, but if I could get estheticians on the same global standard as estheticians in Ireland, in England, in South Africa, Germany, that we could take pride in what we were doing. And estheticians could not only work overseas, but we've also raised the level of aesthetics in America so that people look at aesthetics much more than just washing the face or scrubbing the face or whatever the case may be, that we are actually treating the skin in a holistic manner with result-oriented treatments in the treatment room. But that standard needs to be there. section to our program. So we marry the medical aesthetics with the holistic sciences so that we have a well-rounded esthetician. Also the fact that we take it further. 1,000 hours, we have more hours than most states in America, but beyond that you can be nationally certified and you can be internationally certified. So how far do you want to take your career? If you want to work overseas, we have the passport to an international career with iTech and Sedesco. But if you're one of those students that loves to learn and wants your master's, or what I like to say, your master's or like your PhD in aesthetics, there's no such thing. But doing the iTech and Sedesco is the highest level, the most prestigious level of aesthetics that you can get. So how far do you want to take your career? And we can give it to you. I think we're one of the few schools that can. And also, I'm a licensed esthetician. I'm a licensed esthetician instructor. I get it. I know what you need to know to be the top esthetician, to be one of the top estheticians in the world. So if you come with an attitude willing to learn, ready to learn, and open, I'm going to give you every tool you need for your toolbox to create a dream career tomorrow with what you learned today at ESI. You know, the Department of Labor says that an esthetician's between $30,000 and $45,000 a year, but that is the whole of Georgia. Estheticians in Buckhead and Atlanta are earning six figures. And that's because we have them at the top doctors. We have them at spas like Spa Citadel, Institute de Med, Blue Med Spa, you name it. They are really at the hotels. We are placing them in hotels as well because it is a very fast-growing industry. I love to tell my students that if you are worried about getting a job, just go to the airport, sit down, and look at all those faces, and you know you can only work on one face at a time. And if there are 6 million people, one face at a time, there's a lot of faces to work on. So it's up to you. You know, how well you do is, you know what Dale Carnegie says, that selling is a transfer of emotion. And that is what I'm trying to teach them, is that it begins with how you sell yourself and your services and the confidence that you have. And my students have confidence. We have 100% pass rate at the state board because my students' skill levels are off the charts. My name is on the door. My name is on your certificate. So I make sure that every one of my students leave here with incredible skills to design the career that they want, learn skills that today that you can use tomorrow, empowering you to build a career that you want within this amazing multi-billion-dollar industry. Gainesville, from Cartersville, from Conyers. So therefore, from other states, we find out we have an investigative process of where do you want to work. Some want to stay within their town and some want to move. We have jobs coming in every week. We have a special forum where we contact our graduates. So whether you're a graduate from 1 year or 5 years ago, you have access to all the jobs that we have. We have a special virtual job posting board. We also collect the resumes and we send the resumes out. We also assist them with the resume process, with interview skills, and with targeting the spas, med spas within the area. So it's a collaborative effort between the graduate and the school that carries on, not just one year after graduation, because I always tell the student, your first job is not your last job in aesthetics. Anywhere you want it to be, whether you want to work in a doctor's office, whether you want to sell skincare, whether you want to be an esthetician, holistic or medical, a laser technician, whatever you want to do, it's there for you. A makeup artist at CNN, the movie industry in Atlanta and across the country is booming. So this is a place that you can design what you want to do. You can work as little as you want or as much as you want. So don't worry about what age you're at, but I do know that it's stressful. So I'm able to say, I've been there, I've done that, I've sat where you've sat. I know what you're going through, but you can go from cleaning houses to owning houses, and that's very, very powerful. the amount of equipment we have. I watch the industry, I watch the trends, I make sure that we have the equipment that the students need to train on. We have radio frequency for skin tightening, for cavitation, we have microdermabrasion, microcurrent, we have triactive laser dermology. We are teaching the students the top skills. We have so much equipment here. We also have a very extensive program, 1,000 hours of extensive holistic science as well as medical aesthetics, or paramedical aesthetics I like to call it too. Those bound together make you the top esthetician. You can also take your career to where you want it to be. Do you want just the licensure, or do you want to do the international, the iTech and Sedesco? We have it here at this school. There are only 8 Sedesco schools in America, and I'm number 9. Very few iTech schools, even fewer iTech and Sedesco schools. So what do you want to do? You want licensure, or do you want to take it even further? Do you want to be a laser technician? Do you want to be a medical esthetician? We offer it all here. And also I think there are very few schools in America that are actually owned by estheticians. I'm a licensed esthetician and a licensed esthetician instructor, and I think that that means something. So I'm not only mentoring and coaching my students, I'm mentoring and coaching my instructors. All my instructors are licensed, and some of them are more skilled than me. I'm very proud of them, and they're very passionate, and I work a lot at training them the skills that I have, and they bring their own skills as well, and all of them have worked in the industry as well. Very highly skilled, well trained to part their knowledge and their passion into the students.